This episode was previously recorded in front of an imaginary studio audience.
Time for Fun Life Friday!
Are we on yet? Alright, all you knife chatters out there, your old pal Skip the Show coming back at you again. Happy Fun Knife Friday! Yeah, I know you might have been thinking you're going to see Little Skip this week, but Little Skip, well, he and Smiling Don had a little bit of a disagreement, and, well, Smiling Don's got to get a tooth put back in, and Little Skip's got to get a leg reattached, but they'll be back to see you again soon. But in the meantime, I'm here for you. Big old Skip, right here for you, having a great time, and we got a knife for you today. We got a knife that Tobias said he was going to have on his channel like 6 months ago, but did he ever bother to get it out and do a video on it? No. Tobias just couldn't be bothered to get it out there and do a video on it because it wasn't exactly what he wanted. But you know what? It's perfect for the Volcano Club because guess what? It's another Harvey wall hanger. That's right. It's Tourist Tat time. And this is sold as a Filipino bolo. Now, it didn't look exactly like this when it showed up because Tobias actually did some work fixing it up and everything. And one of the things he did was change the handle on it. Now, if you notice, it's got a wood handle. See, wood. Look at that handle. Got a funky shape to it. I don't know what you'd call that, but the handle wasn't completely like that originally. And then it's got this wood sheath. And then they go right into each other. And they were doing that originally too. But the difference is you see where that bump is right there? That part of the handle used to be part of the sheath, and the handle actually stopped right there. And so you only could get like 3 fingers on the handle. And so Tobias changed it so you can actually get a good grip on the handle by cutting off part of the sheath or scabbard and adding it to the handle of the knife. So the blade got a little bit shorter, but who cares? Because it's a funky looking blade anyway. And it all goes together like that. And I'm going to be coughing like crazy, so I gotta pause. Are you pausing? I hope you're pausing. Gotta take my medicine. Got a new type of medicine, it just don't work the same. That takes a little bit more. Smooth. Alright, let's get back to the video now. Alright, back at you again. So here we go. See how that fits together there? A little bit of wobble there. But that's because this was like 2 pieces of wood that were somehow glued together, and then they got these black straps around there. Some kind of funky, I don't know what it was that they wrapped around there to hold it together, but it was really just glued together. Then you had the wood handle there, and he cut off that part, slid it up onto the blade, and then he's got a couple pieces of screws and stuff in there to help hold it onto the other wood, and then it just covered in with wood putty and everything, and then he just re-dyed it and re-stained it so it all be the same color. And it had it blend into the sheath there, or scabbard. Scabbards are hard, so this is a scabbard, not a sheath. But you see how it's hooked up there? Drill a little hole in there. That's what the Filipinos did. And then they tied this around there so you could like tie this around your neck or something, I guess. But it's just going to be hanging on a wall down here at the Volcano Club. It goes in like so. Funky looking blade, but it still goes in there. And this blade most likely was made out of a old scrap of metal. Maybe is out of like a car spring, or maybe it was just out of some old coffee cans. Who knows? In any case, it's got a nice thick blade. It's got a nice convex grind going on there, so just the opposite of the hollow grind. And man, does it have a good edge on there. And it's really stabby pokey there. Look at that. Is that stabby pokey or not? Yeah. about an 8-inch blade there. So not a very small blade. And now that you can get an actual grip on the handle, you could actually use this. Before, you'd be grabbing it back here. You had a lot of blade up there, but nothing to hold on to, and no good way to grip it. But now you can actually grip it. Man, you can actually hit somebody with that, probably hurt them too. So even though, once again, it's a Harvey wall hanger, true, but at the same time, it's also stabby, pokey, and it's sharp. So, you know, if you go out in the street with it, they're still going to look at it and go, deadly weapon. So you got to remember that with wall hangers. Just because it's a Harvey wall hanger doesn't mean it isn't a deadly weapon. You can still do things with it. It's just not going to function as well as a better made knife. But man, I tell you what, that blade is nice and tight. It's definitely in that handle. And you could probably do some chopping with it. If nothing else, be an interesting thing to go and slice up a turkey or a ham or a big old water buffalo or something like that. Better not say water buffalo, especially around that GWB, the great white buffalo. He doesn't like to hear anything about buffaloes being killed or anything. But anyway, there you have it. A Filipino Tourist Tat bolo out of the Philippines. So one more of those knives that fall into the international category that wasn't just made overseas for the Americans. These were made for anyone who would go and visit the Philippines. Of course, that means a lot of drunken GIs probably bought these and brought them back from the Philippines to impress the girlfriends and stuff like that. Anyway, there you have it. The Tourist Tat Filipino bolo, another Harvey wall hanger just for you. If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. Skip out. Another Fun Knife Friday in the books. Remember, if your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong. Skip out.
If your knife's not fun, you're doing it wrong, and skip out are registered trademarks of Skip DeSheau's Enterprises. This has been a Cat Production presentation. All rights reserved.